Hello, 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 everybody. For those that are catching me live, I'll wait for you to roll on in. But those that are catching me after the fact, the cross watchers, as they lovingly call you here on YouTube, I don't know what that means, but you know what I'm saying. Hi. Thank you for finding me. My name is Sonia Marie. I write for Essence Magazine. I have a wonderful book that's out called The Signs, an Astrological Memoir. I have some other goodies that I want to share with you soon and very soon. There's some awesome eclipses that are happening for the month of May that we should get on into at a later date. I'm going to offer up a Zoom situation. So be on deck for that because I want to be able to show or share with everyone what this new eclipse is about to bring in May. So yeah, I'm just giving y'all a little heads up on that. Hello to all the family members that are rolling in. What's up, Vaughn? I miss your crazy ass. What's up, April? Always on deck. Cosmic Rose is here, and Ann Wiseman is here. Rabbi Rob, what's happening, Carrie and Chandra? I'm so happy that you are here. Really, really happy. Thank you, and happy Monday to you. Yo, happy solar return to all the bulls out there. The sun goes into Taurus today. Mercury goes into Taurus. So we're going to talk about that just a little bit, just to give you a rundown as I try to do almost every week. We'll talk about a few things that's happening this week, download some information and what I've been feeling and what I picked up in the pool today. I can't tell you. I don't know for those that already know, like I like to go swimming. I do at least 30 to 35 laps 3 times a week. And I love it. It keeps me balanced. It keeps me calm. It keeps me in alignment with my own spirit. I have to tell you, doing the work that we do is not for the faint at heart. So I like the pool, but the pool gives me some inspiration sometimes. God and spirit and ancestors be dropping some gems. So I'm going to do that thing and share a few of them that I received today. And also I'm going to pick 2 people to read your sun, moon, and rise. I noticed that not too many people are responding to this format compared to when I would give all the information some weeks ago. And I'm not down with numbers, but the bottom line is this. I'm glad that you are here because that means the ones that stick around and do hear and how I break things down means that you're not only listening, but you're learning. And to be quite honest with you, that's what I'm here for. Money comes, numbers raise and fall, but I'm glad that you're learning something. Please continue to expound in any kind of way with any modality that makes you better. I miss you too, Asa. Asa, hi, Tatiana. Hi, Ramon Williams. What's going on, Edna and Yari? Oh, Shawnee, what's happening? I'm so glad that you are all here. Yo. Okay. So Asa is a Taurus. Let's go get on into Taurus information for today. Did you know that not only the sun is going into Taurus at 4:33 p.m., but Mercury is already in Taurus and has been since 6:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Both are Eastern Standard Time. So Mercury is in Taurus, the sun is in Taurus, so we should get down with everything Taurus. Yo, Taurus energy is special. Now look at the incarnation of what just happened, right? Our new year, the universal new year, kicks off with Aries energy, roaring and ready to go. Once that fire has been started, lit, sparked, and we are all in alignment with what it is that we need to do prayerfully, dropping some information along the way, some seeds along the way, sparking new relationships, sparking new business opportunities, and projects and things like that. Now, Taurus says, pump your brakes, nice and light. The next incarnation, the earth sign, the rootedness. Many of you know, since come to the retreats with me, have taken any of my workshops, that I always think about Taurus energy as like a tree rooted in the ground. Hence, the title of this particular video is Replanting That Tree. And I'm going to expound on that in a minute. But the tree energy for Taurus is just that. It's rooted, it's solid, it's devoted, it's loyal, it's calm, it's methodical, it's martyrdom-like. Anybody out there know what I'm talking about? Martyrdom-like, as I sips. I was joking about it to some people, but sometimes Taurus energy does not know when to get up off the ride. I say this to some clients. Taurus energy is like the Flintstones, right? To the end, to the end, to the end. You know, in the Flintstones cars, when you're riding in your car, whatever, and the wheels fall off. And then in the Flintstones, you pick the car up and you keep running. That's Taurus energy. Way to the end, to the end. Taurus energy is stubborn in that way, and it's devotion because it likes to prove to itself and to everybody else that you can stick on in there with a thing, the rootedness of a thing, and make it better. That's often the case. That is often the case. And look, that shit is admirable for those that can hold on to that. Now, the reason why I'm harping on this again, because the sun, hi, Chris, the sun is in Taurus, but Mercury just went into Taurus too. So yes, I'm reading this for Taurus people, but I'm also reading it for you, whoever is not a Taurus and you're a whole nother sun sign. I'd appreciate the thumbs up, y'all. You know, for some reason, they screw up your algorithm here on, this is a little squirrel moment, squirrel. They screw up your algorithm when you don't give the likes and shit. And to be honest with you, it's not about the numbers, but again, just to reiterate, it's more about people learning. So we got to play the game to learn, right? So thank y'all. It went up a couple of them. I appreciate y'all hitting that thumbs up, putting a little comment when you can so that people can know we are here, we are alive, and we're trying to get better. That's all. We just have to grow our family. So bust it. I'm talking to all of y'all who resonate with Taurus, or if you don't. Here's the deal. We all have to resonate with somehow, some kind of way, because the vibration is coming on the planet. Sun in Taurus and Mercury is in Taurus, right? So how we're thinking, how we're processing situations, our life, our choices, Mercury, right? Excuse me, how we're speaking as well. The sun, the vibration, the ego self, the core in Taurus, hitting us all. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love Taurus energy, but again, like I was alluding to with the Flintstones analogy and holding up that car, sometimes we have to know when to let a thing die. When to let it transform. Now, if you have not been getting that message while the sun was in Aries, shit, further on back throughout the whole year when COVID was kicking everybody's ass on some level or not, Taurus energy will bring you front and center with that thing. Trust and believe. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Uranus, I've been talking about it, is in Taurus as well, has been in Taurus since last year, you know, so a little over a year, it's been in Taurus. But when you have Uranus in Taurus about to hit the sun in Taurus again, it's about replanting that tree. Imagine how daunting that is. Just the idea of taking an 80-year-old tree, a 100-year-old tree, a 1,000-year-old tree, and its root systems. It could be a 20-year-old tree. God damn it, it could be a 5-year-old tree. It's hard to replant a tree. Do you hear where I'm going, y'all? Taurus energy to me is like a tree, rooted, devoted, actually oftentimes very, very not only steadfast, but true in its execution, because it takes its time as that tree, as that system of roots goes out, and as it is allow all the information and the intellect and the care and the time and the will that it takes to put in other people, to put in their projects, to all of a sudden be uplifted and have to be shaken and do something totally different. That shit is daunting. Why do we have to do that in this moment in time? Again, I was about to say, because Uranus is in Taurus. Uranus deals with change and rebellion. Uranus deals with originality, uniqueness, individuality, independence, you know? Uranus deals with sudden change. So I've been doing my best to talk to Taurus people especially, but this Taurus energy is hitting us all saying, we got to uproot this plant. Yo, that shit is not easy. It's not easy at all, because even though we've been, let's say, even though we've been forced to change some things in the last year, they've been superficial. They've been emotional. There's nothing like uprooting an 80-year-old tree, y'all. because it's not just about the emotions and the change of physical space that we are going through or have to go to. It's about all of the doctrines, all of the traditions, all of the family stuff that we have been holding on to. And this sounds very familiar, but again, it's rooted, deeply rooted. It's all of our ideas. How about this? It's all the things that we invested time and energy and sweat and booty juice into that we now have to give up. Yup, I said booty juice. Because God damn it, if you waste some booty juice on a good dude, all of a sudden you want to hold on to that dude because your booty juice is goddamn gold out this motherfucker. And now I got to change the situation because I've invested all of this time and booty juice on this dude or on this chick. Yeah, absolutely. That's what this time is all about. Are y'all hearing how emphatically I feel about this? Now, listen, I'm gonna give you a little bit of hint and how this week is really like knocking off, because it's not easy. Let me tell you. We love Taurus for all of that. Taurus, again, is rooted. We love the fact that we have to change. Thank you, Spirit. It's like, get back on track. We love the fact that we have to change, but I want to let y'all know what the change is all about as well. Think about this. This was the download that came to me in the pool. And then I'm going to keep going and tell y'all about tomorrow. And then we're going to get into the sun, moon, rise reads. The change that's needed to happen can only happen if you give reverence and understanding to the elders that are still alive. Yes, God bless. Please bless all the ancestors. Listen to them because they are speaking loudly on the other side. But there's no way in which we can uproot the tree and replant the tree, the doctrines, the traditions, the things that we've learned, the booty juice that we fucking invested if we don't pay homage to our elders. I'm talking about the ones that are still here. I'm talking about the ones that you are taking care of. I'm talking about the ones that you need to forgive. I'm talking about the ones that have invested time and energy in you. I'm talking about the ones that you haven't spoken to in years. When we have a way, this is the root system of Taurus energy. You cannot, let's just think of that tree. You cannot, I should say, water one side of the root system and not the other. Y'all get where I'm going? You cannot say to yourself, I'm a big ass, bright, beautiful tree and not acknowledge your mother. You cannot say, I'm doing all things in the light of God and don't look at your dad and say, thank you for the protection and keeping me in this solid space because I was in danger at one particular time. Now, listen, everybody's story is different. Not everybody has a mother and father that's on the planet, and that's okay. Sometimes people have some fucked up mothers and fathers and elders that are in their lives or whatever, and that's okay too. But there's an acknowledgement that needs to happen because the roots are the roots. It's not personal. That some parts of the roots get a little tainted, that some parts of the roots get a little dusty, that some parts of the roots literally die off and can't produce too much nutrients to the rest of the tree. So the other roots take over for that particular part. Forgive them, let them go. When you are replanting this tree, whatever replanting situation that's going on and reprogramming that's happening in your life right now, surrender to the part and to the fact that your parents, that your aunties, that your uncles, those that are 10 or 12 years, 20 years older than you, that are still alive, did their part. Acknowledge them. Does this make sense, y'all? I feel fucking hype. I really feel, I just feel like somebody's on me. But I really feel hype about this. Because I don't think we do our part in that way. I think oftentimes we come off this cuff of Aries energy and we stay there. We come off the cuff of acknowledging the fact that we stayed alive throughout COVID. We get our ego pumped up because now we get a little bit of money. Now we're doing this. Now I'm canceling everybody in the cancel culture. Now I'm living my best life. I hate that motherfucking phrase, by the way. I'm not even gonna lie. It's so goddamn corny. It drives me crazy. Everybody living their best life. Goodness gracious, squirrel. I don't want to squirrel out. I'm coming back. The bottom line is that we pay all attention to these things. Right? We pay all attention to these things, but we don't pay attention to the roots and how we got there. Does this make sense to y'all? Can y'all give me a yes, y'all? I'm really doing my best. I have no idea why that was dropped in on me, but the root systems are necessary. Acknowledge just for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, if you sat and thought about the uncles that used to pick you up on Sunday just to take you to the baseball game, about your aunties that used to come on and be like, girl, you better wear this lipstick. You wear this lipstick and you smile, you look pretty. I'm talking about the little gems, the little droplets, the little moisture that gets on the root systems that make you the woman that you are, that make you the man that you are. So when it's time to replant this tree, as we are being called to do throughout this month, throughout the next 28 days, or when however long the sun is in Taurus and Uranus is streaming through this, and Uranus says, yo, you got to shake the tree. You know what to keep. What to keep, like specifically what to keep. You know, the universe deals with specificity. You know, the universe deals with details. I can't stand them kind of words, squirrel, that have like 5 goddamn syllables in one word. Specificity. I'm a New Yorker, and me, truthfully, will turn a 2-syllable word into a 17-syllable word in a minute. I'm just saying. But the universe hears your details. So if we're talking about reestablishing these roots again, how are you pruning them? How are you pruning the roots, the leaves? How are you making it better for yourself? It's not enough to eradicate the whole system. It's just enough for you to take the lipstick fucking tips that your aunt used to give, take the memories that your dad used to give, add them all up and create the human, the adult that you really, really want to be from here on out. Yeah, the pain is still there. The wounds are still there. We are acknowledging them as well. But here's the deal. We are replanting so we can build on something just a little bit more solid. And that pain and those wounds, again, will always be there. But do we have to concentrate on that right now? Right now. That's a question. Do we? Do we really have to concentrate on it? Do we really have to give it energy and give it power? We are in a moment in time that we are being asked to build and cultivate more, not only for us, but for the community, for our children, for our family, for our root system. So if you continue to bring in the pain, if you continue to sit in the shit that's bothering you, you are going to continue to rot your motherfucking roots. Boom. Bottom line, point blank. I need for y'all to get that. I need for us to get that. On the real, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Everybody fucks up. Bottom line, you and me and everybody on the tree. But what we do is we allow them to fuck up. We allow them to fall. We allow the fruit that falls to nourish the ground. Yes, I'm saying with the analogy because I'm a poet, because I'm an artist, and we got to see it all in its glory because that's what nature does. That's what spirit does. Spirit says, yo, I'm in everything, man. Everything is analogy. Everything is a metaphor for God. Everything is a metaphor for God. Gosh, God, that's a t-shirt. Somebody create that t-shirt. I want $1. I'm just saying. Everything is a metaphor for God. If we were replanting this tree, what are you putting back in the ground, man? Take account, please. So I can keep going because I feel hyped. Yes, y'all, for God. That's right, Dee Dee. Yes, y'all forgot. I'm going to give y'all this little note before I go into this other part. I want y'all to know Tuesday is going to be a little challenging. Everything that we just talked about, right? Why? Because the moon is going into Leo. Mañana. The moon is going into Leo, right? Leo energy is a square, 90 degrees from Taurus. Oh, shit. So that means everything in Taurus is going to square Leo. That's what that means. The sun is going to be in Taurus. Mercury is going to be in Taurus. Venus is in Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. That means the moon tomorrow being in Leo is going to square the sun, Mercury, Uranus, and Venus. That's a big freaking deal. So that means coming up off the ground, coming up out the ground. You know, when you try to replant a pot or a plant at home or just staying with this metaphor, you got to take the tree out, shit, loosen it all up. Tomorrow, emotionally speaking, may be a little daunting. You may not know how to work that tree up out the ground. The bitch may not want to move. Because emotionally speaking, excuse me, y'all, I'm burping because I'm drinking this tea. I apologize. The moon, emotionally speaking, wants to hold on. It wants to hold on to what? Moon and Leo. Pride, courage, the will to do whatever the fuck it wants to do. Leo energy is absolutely vain as hell. Leo and Libra energy, extremely vain. So it could be as something superficial as, I look too good for that shit. I'm not getting my hands dirty. I'm not replanting or repotting near nobody's tree. Y'all can kiss my ass on that shit. Yeah, well, here comes a tornado, bitch. And when the tornado comes and takes your roots up out the dirt, you're going to look crazy like everybody else. Whatever that moon and Leo thing is bringing, that stubbornness, because Leo is fixed energy, just like Taurus is. So, but Taurus is going to win. That Taurus energy, that tree-like energy, the need to replant is going to win. Why? Because it's solid in the sun, Uranus, Venus, and Mercury. Whereas the moon in Leo tomorrow is fleeting. It's your emotions. It's reactions. It's past karmic information. It's some shit that's been going on with you and your mom or the women that are around you. It's a representative of that. Y'all got that? Y'all hear that? Yes, yes, y'all? You have to understand that the moon energy comes to represent all of that shit. And how it shows up in this moon and Leo shit can actually keep you away from replanting this tree. It's absolutely necessary because roots are everything. You know, some really clueless people will say to me in California, oh, Sonia, you're an LA person now. You've been in California longer than you've been in New York. Nah, bitch, I'm from New York. I'm from New York. Don't get it twisted. Well, damn, you were in New York for 18 years and you're in California for 29 years. Your roots are your roots. You can't deny your roots, not unless you want to. And then when you want to and you try to come back, or I should say, if you want to and you act superficially like this is who I am now, your roots will come up and bite you in the ass sooner or later. Y'all feel me? Y'all understand where I'm coming from, right? I am very, very loving. I do curse a lot. You know, I am from New York and I'm very spiritual and I'm here in California and I love to eat avocados, but I'm New York. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely, because your roots are what establish your whole DNA, your whole cellular structure. That's how important this reading right here is. That's how important this connection right here that we have right now. And this this sun in Taurus, this Mercury in Taurus is about to show us this year. At the same time, goddamn, I'm so hyped. At the same time, Pluto's still doing this thing. Now, remember, Pluto is in Capricorn. So Pluto is rolling with this Taurus energy. And Pluto don't stop for nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. Pluto's dealing with transformation. So Pluto is helping that Taurus energy because it's in Capricorn. It's trining and helping that Taurus energy to push the bitch up out the earth. Yes, I say go, Pluto says, and I'm going to help you do it transformatively. I'm going to help you go deep into your roots and pull up some shit that look real freaking ugly, put it in your face. I'm going to make you sick. I'm going to make your mother come out and try to attack you. I'm going to make all these secrets come out of the ground. And what's your position? Do not react as much as possible. You know why? Because the roots are coming up out of the ground. For you to prune them, for you to take it away, for you to utilize what you can and replant it somewhere else. Pluto is no joke when it comes to that. It's helping Taurus energy do all of this shit. And you just might react tomorrow with that square situation happening. Please, please, and very, very please, be easy on yourself. But more importantly, get hype. Get hype about changing. Get hype about new perspectives. Get hype about a new neighborhood. Get hype about new people in your lives and what they can bring to you. Get hype. Honestly, the old shit, like the real old shit, the real old roots, trust and believe. Think about this. Would have proven their weight in gold by now. So that means if they're worth holding on to, they'll be the ones that you hold. If they're not, snip them. Snip them. Get them out of here. You understand what I'm saying? We're too old for this shit. Bottom line, point blank. Y'all get where I'm coming from, right? I appreciate y'all. Okay. Y'all been talking? Who y'all talking to? Sun, Moon, and Rise. What's up, Desiree O'Connor? Kimberly Hudson is here. Delicia Lewis. Am I right? Yari. I appreciate you listening, Delicia. I really, really appreciate that. Sun, Moon, and Rise. Chandra Meadows. Virgo sun, Scorpio moon, Cancer rising. Oop, let me write it down because the brain. Virgo sun, Scorp moon. Shit. What you say? Virgo sun, Scorpio moon, Cancer rise. That's a very interesting combination. As I pause and take a listen. You know why? Because that Virgo moon holds you down, right? That Virgo moon and its practicality, and you know that Taurus energy is practical too. It just has its way. It's very, very methodical, right? That Virgo moon holds you down. Oh, I forgot your name that quick. You know, motherfuckers smoke way too much weed back in the 90s. Chandra, Miss Meadows. I'm just going to say Miss Meadows. Okay. Miss Meadows, that Virgo moon holds you. Virgo sun holds you down, makes you incredibly practical. Okay. We all know it's critical and discriminating. You analyze everything. But here's the deal. The trip about that is that you have to be careful of what it is that you are attracting, because that Cancer rise, I like to tell people, Cancer rise people, leave your nails alone, Sonia. Cancer rise people go out into the world with their antennas all day and night. It's almost a little more emotionally draining to have a Cancer rising than to be a Cancer, to be quite honest with you, right? Because it's almost like fly paper. Right? The Cancer rise goes out and attracts all the emotions that are around, all the information that's around. People in Trader Joe's, goddamn, walking down the street, you suck it all up. But here's the catch, Miss Meadows. The catch is that the sun distributes that energy. This is for everybody. The rise will take it in like fly paper, and then your sun distributes it in the way that it needs to distribute it. Here's the challenge. Here's the conundrum. Right? Is the fact that the Virgo energy, being that it's practical and oftentimes incredibly rational and logical, and if it can't find a logic in something, it goes into denial, will bring all of this information, this emotional information in, and discard the fact that it's breaking your ass down. But then when it really gets a hold of the fact that, oh, y'all think I'm stupid. You done got me fucked up once the Virgo does that, right? Like, I am taking this emotional energy and now I'm servicing you. This is what the Virgo says. So the practical Virgo says, I'm going to take this emotional energy, save your mother, your father, the cat, the dog, and the fish, and your grandmother, right? I'm going to take all of this shit, and then the Virgo says, now I'm going to help. I'm going to go out and take care of everybody, bring them to the hospital, bring them to the whatever. And then when they don't respond in the way in which you think, I should say, can help you restore your balance in your emotional balance, here comes that moon in Scorpio, about to snatch somebody's neck off. Good God. That moon in Scorpio ain't no joke, because that represents your connection with your mom and or your relationship with your family, and oftentimes it's incredibly dramatic. So you know how to react from drama. Boom, Miss Meadows. I'm not saying nothing, none of this to disrespect you. All I'm saying is be careful to assimilate the emotions that you draw in and the responsibility that this Virgo wants to do in order to help to get that off. Some of the shit ain't yours, goddammit. Some of the shit ain't yours, because you don't want that moon in Scorpio to react and start snapping on people and get revenge for people. I'm just saying, you don't want to do that, because at some point it's your fucking fault. At some point, you have to be the one to account for the fact that you attracted all of this shit. And you a Cancer rise, so you're going to do it quite naturally. This is green tea, by the way, if anybody thinks I'm getting drunk in the middle of the day. I'm just saying. You attracted all that energy, so you have to know what's yours and what's not yours, so you're not popping off at people. But here's the flip side of that. That was the initial thing that I felt that spirit dropped on me real quick. And oftentimes I'll just leave that and go with that. But let me bring you something positive about it. You're a great worker. You're an incredible worker, Miss Meadows. And with that moon in Scorpio, you're determined to do and get exactly what it is that you should get and do in life, whatever it is that you need. And you will work through it. You will work hard through it. You will show up. It is nothing. I tell Lucy this all the time. It is nothing like people who show up. And sometimes you have to decide how you show up too. Squirrel. That's you, Miss Meadows. But let me squirrel on out, and then I'm going to segue into the next person. I was at the beach last night, and I was telling a good friend of mine that this beach situation really woke me up. It woke me up to believe that, truthfully, we hear memes about this shit all the time. You're welcome, sweetheart. We have memes like this all the time. Oh, don't let nobody take your peace. Don't let nobody take your peace. But yo, I heard that shit so loudly yesterday, like for real, to the point where I don't even care if people don't understand how I show up anymore. That's the segue that I had in my brain. When you show up, you get to choose how you show up. When you show up in people's lives, you get to do that, Miss Meadows, because you're a Virgo, and any Virgo rising moon people and sun in here, Virgos will go above and beyond to do what they think and what other people think is correct and is right. But if we're replanting some trees, you got to do what's right for your motherfucking garden. You got to do what's right for you. So if the only thing that you can do is make a phone call or send a card every Monday, if the only thing that you can do is hug a person, if the only thing that you can do is give them $20 or whatever the case may be, give them a meal. You understand what I'm saying? And it maintains your peace. That's all that you can do. That's all. We have to get to a point where it's not about canceling shit. It's about hardcore boundaries to maintain the peace within us. Because as we walk the planet, if we are not peaceful and we're not in that space, lo and behold, we're going to get fucked up. And then we are reverberating all of that unpeace. It's not a word. All of the chaos that we may be holding on to. Your peace is necessary for you and everybody you come in contact with. So that's your responsibility. You dig? Yes, y'all. Y'all got that? All right. And Wiseman said, listen, shit. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying. Ooh, wait. Who is this with a Cancer sun, Cancer moon, and Cancer rising? I mean, really? Wow, that's a lot of tears. I'm going to read somebody else, but let me tell you this much real quick. That's a lot of tears. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of mothering energy. I bet you came back this time to be a mother because you were really, really, I don't know why I just got this, but if y'all don't know me, I channel very easily. You were really selfish in other lifetimes. This is for Angelique Johnson, I believe. Sun, moon, rise, and Cancer. Miss Johnson, you were very selfish in other lifetimes. So this Cancer energy is allowing you to come back to utilize the mother in you, to utilize the nurturer in you, to allow it to be about other people, for you to pour in to other people, you know, for you to grab them and put them in your bosom. Like literally, you are the sponge. You have to really, really be careful. You have to talk about boundaries and hardcore peace finding. You have to find your peace almost daily, sister, almost daily. You have to find it almost. I love Cancer energy. Y'all don't know I'm a Cancer, right? I love Cancer energy. We are very emotionally manipulative. We are emotional. We cleanse with our tears. We redirect people's energy with emotions. You understand? We never do anything that we don't feel is right. You did? And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing, in my opinion. But when you have triple of something right off the bat, you got to find the balance somewhere else. So if I were you, I would do my best, Miss Johnson, to get a read, not necessarily from me, read your own freaking chart. You know, y'all can get free charts on Cafe Astrology, also on ALABE.com. You can put in your sun, your moon, your time, your date, and your place of birth. And they give a little synopsis. That's why I always refer people to ALABE.com, a free natal chart, because then they'll tell you a little blurb about your moon sign, rising sign, Mercury, blah, 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 blah. So I would suggest, Miss Johnson, that you find a way to see what can balance out that Cancer energy in you. Because y'all know astrology is fun. It tells us where we're going and what we're doing and blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, it's all energy. And we have to know, the way I teach and the way I give readings is, how can we utilize the energy that we're born into? Yes, she has all this Cancer energy, but what's going to counteract that? Make sense to everybody? Yes, y'all? I hope so. So go on and find that thing out. Hi, Erica, with all them stars. That's so sweet. I like seeing that. That's pretty dope. Okay, one more person. Wow, Miss Johnson, are you kidding me? Doing my best to be, yes, to be love and show love, to be that mama. Absolutely. Good for you. God bless you, sweetie. God bless you. I've been seeing this name and I want to go into Ramon Williams, Capricorn Sun, Aries Moon, and Sagittarius Rising. Cap Sun, Aries Moon, Sag Rise. Okay. Cap Sun, Aries Moon. What it is you said? Sag Rise. Okay. That's very interesting. Why? I mean, shit. Y'all know that's my favorite word, right? It's all interesting. Everything is interesting. Because that sun and cap, right, keeps you ambitious. It keeps you moving. It keeps you climbing up the mountain. It keeps you available. It keeps you there. Right? It keeps you, mounting. It keeps you serious at times. And that fire around it wants to, I was going to say, sometimes wants to burn off all that work you just did. You're like, wait, hold on. I just saw that vision in my mind. It was like, yeah, I've been traditionally working on everything, being devoted and shit, spending in this time. And then that Sag and that Aries, and you'll be like, fuck it, let's burn it down. And it's like, no. Then the cat wakes up the next morning like, oh shit, what did I do? I spent all my money. I ran naked down the street. I was too spontaneous, and now I just fucked up all of my traditions and goddamn hard work. Don't do that, baby doll. Don't do that. Don't do that. That Sag Rise keeps you fun, though, and it keeps you alert. And that Moon in Aries, goddamn, makes you that fighter. Stay with that. Aries and Capricorn, is a square. So you really have to remind yourself of that almost always, right? Squares do work, though, y'all. Even if it's in your, I call it the three big obvious, sun, moon, and rise. Even if it's in your three big obvious, squares work. Why? Because it's like iron sharpening iron. You understand what I'm saying? It's like your moon is always telling you to go, where your sun, Ramon, is always telling you not to necessarily stay, but to cultivate. To cultivate and to build, to strategize. So even though they're going in two opposite directions with two different vibrations, sometimes it's time to go, motherfucker, and sometimes it's time to stay. Allow the Sag in you to help to decipher which is which at times. The Sag energy, I tell you truthfully, love it. It's fun. It's honest, adventurous. Forthright, just like that Aries energy. But Sag energy has a way of dismissing shit because it wants to keep things so positive, contrary to Capricorn being negative and pessimistic at times. The Sagittarius rise helps you, saves your life, so it keeps you smiling, right? But at the same time, Sag don't like to get deep. Sag doesn't like to see its faults. Sag wants to keep things so positive and so light and airy that oftentimes you dismiss the house burning down. And the Capricorn is left there going, how did the house burn down? Sort of like what I started out this read with, the whole funny of it, the shit burning, like really, and you have to be responsible. But you always know, Sag rise, when you're about to get into that space because you get afraid. Fear comes over you. Your rising always responds to fear. So fear comes. Why y'all laughing? So fears come over you, and instantly your rise comes up. So for you, when the Sag rise comes up and you get afraid, you get dismissive. You want to be funny. Turn it into a joke. Y'all didn't see nothing. It's gonna be all right. We'll figure it all out. But a Capricorn is like, are we really? Like, can we do this shit? Can we go home now instead of you trying to create a party out of this shit? We got things to do. I'm just saying, balance out that thing so you don't burn things down that you've been building. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Just wanted to say that I love the roots analogy. Thanks, Queen. That message definitely resonated with me. You are so welcome, Carrie, Irene. I appreciate you saying that. I love your emails. Every now and again, I'll wake up to the most dynamic and heartfelt emails. My email address is very public, wordlifeastrology@gmail. And I'm very excited. I said this once before, but I get really hyped when people share how they really feel. You dig what I'm saying? And I can feel it. Sometimes people want to stroke your ass and shit. And my butt is big, so you can do it for a little bit, but after a while, it's a pain. Okay, I'm just saying. But the bottom line is you can always feel when it's authentic. So thank you for sharing comments like that. Thank you for sending me emails. Thank y'all for riding with the sister. You're welcome, Ramon. I just had to cut it short because I realized I'm like on 40 goddamn minutes. I got things to do. But every now and again, it's just good to hear. You know what I mean? Thank you for your likes and your thumbs up to create some type of wonderful splash through YouTube so we can get some people to hear what comes through me. Yo, Sonia Marie is not the end all to be all, but a sister got something to say. So I'd like to say it to as many people as I can until I'm not anymore. You dig what I'm saying? There's always an end to something. So while we're rocking and rolling, let's keep it going. Be good to yourself, okay? Watch out for tomorrow. It's a very interesting day for tomorrow. So remember what you're reacting to and don't let that brat take over when it's time for change, all right? Be easy. Thank you, Kimberly. Be easy to yourself and everybody around you and just continue shaking it up, man. We got shit to do. We got shit to do. No more going backwards. Let's go on. All right. Love you.